How do I tell my husband about my two-night stand? I, 31 female, had a two-night stand when I was away on a work trip in November. I met my husband, 30 male, 5 years ago, and we have been married for 3 years. My husband is Indian and I am Caucasian. We met when we were both students in the university. For the past few months last year, he had been really busy with a project he had been working on. So I was not getting the attention like I am used to from him, and the time was infrequent. In November, I had a work trip for a week where one of my colleagues from a branch in another city was constantly hitting on me. So the last 2 nights of the trip I grew weak and gave in. To be clear, I am not attracted to this guy at all. It was just he caught me at a moment of weakness. I realized what I had done on the return trip and decided not to tell anyone. I thought no harm, no foul, right? And I was okay with it. But in December, I had a minor accident. I fell down the stairs and there was a minor fracture in my arm due to that. After that, he took extremely good care of me. Even though I recovered pretty quickly, I was not allowed to do any household chores till the end of January. He took responsibility for all household chores. During that time, the guilt started to creep in with thoughts like if he knew what I had done, then he wouldn't be here. But still, I decided to manage this guilt. Then at the end of January, he got promoted for his work in the project. We had a small celebratory party at a restaurant with some of our friends. Our friends wanted to know how we met. He was telling the entire story about how I asked him to let me buy him a drink on a dare, how he doesn't drink and was just at the bar with his friends. So when he was telling the story, I noticed the shine in his eyes, the way he was looking at me, and the pride he has in me. It felt like I was going to explode from the guilt. Now, he has started talking about having kids and starting a family. As much as I would like that, I have decided to tell him everything that happened before having kids. I am really scared that he is going to leave me. The probability of a divorce is high. He is a highly moral and principled man. I will be telling him after this Valentine's weekend. One time he told me that he wants to experience BDSM peaking. So this Valentine's weekend I am going to realize his fantasy. I have bought strap thingy, gags, S-timey men's underwear, a S-timey dominatrix suit for me, whip, and many other S-time toys. I'm going to go full on Christian Grey on him. I have thought about every dirty thing I'm going to say to him. The next 3 days are going to be all about him. I hope that he remembers this after I tell him the truth and believes me when I tell him how much I love him and that he is the most important person to me in this world. I hope he gives me a second chance so that I can prove to him every day for the rest of our lives how much he means to me. I just don't know how to tell him so that the chances of his staying increases. Please help me. Update: I'm still not able to tell him. This is an update from my last post. Sorry, but I couldn't find the time to make an update post. Right now he is asleep in our bed. Our Valentine's weekend was amazing. Like I mentioned in my previous post that I was planning on surprising him with BDSM peaking. He loved the surprise and enjoyed it. The only thing is I thought the S-time would be rough, but unconsciously it transitioned into sensual S-time. I went from "you have been a very bad boy" to "I love you so much." There was an event where I was on top peeking him and he was looking at me in a loving way, and when our eyes locked it was like we exchanged 1,000 words without uttering a single word. He was cuffed to our bed and my hand were all over him. I feel like I love him more right now than I loved him on our wedding day. Whenever I decided to tell him, my fear of losing him trumped the need to be honest. It's like my brain and my mind are at war with each other. I have started seeing a therapist since last month. I haven't told him about me seeing a therapist as it would involve him telling about my emotional turmoil. Right now he thinks that I am sad or depressed about something and he is trying his best to make me laugh. He pulled a prank on me last month, and just a few days ago he made me laugh by tickling me till my stomach hurt. My therapist suggested that we could invite him for a session together and then I can be honest to him in front of a professional, but I am still not down with it. I analyzed why I was unfaithful to him. It was like I was mentally unconscious during that time. Because of him being busy, he could not give me the attention I thought I was entitled to. I have heard about couples losing passion for each other, and I thought it was the beginning of this period for me. Hence, I acted out by being unfaithful to him. It did not matter that I did not found him attractive, but he was giving me the attention that I craved. Some people messaged me the truth will do no good other than hurt him. But he is different that way. He does not get hurt easily, and he is always honest no matter how brutal. He is a very self-confident man and very conscious of his actions and emotions. When we started dating, he was honest that he is not only a virgin but that he has never kissed a girl. I am his first and only girlfriend. This was new for me. So, honesty is the foundation of our relationship. I don't want to be honest just to alleviate my guilt, but to preserve the foundation of our relationship. Even though he will be able to manage his hurt, he will surely be disappointed and will divorce me. I don't want him to leave me, but at the same time I want to preserve the foundation of our relationship. This is what I am worried about. I don't want to lose the best thing that has happened to me over some poor decision I made. I am torn right now between these two choices. The only thing I am sure of is that I love him a lot. Update, an extension on telling him. I have decided that I need to tell him the truth and let him decide the future of our relationship. I was going to tell him about my cheating on this weekend, but as this coronavirus crisis have put us in a lockdown, I am thinking to tell him after this crisis is past. Because after I tell him, neither he nor me could leave the apartment, and he will be forced to stay in the apartment with me, and probably it will make him angry or frustrated. I could have gone to my parents' house, but they live in a different city. I'm thinking about telling my mom and my sister first about the affair, probably today or tomorrow when I get a chance. Is my approach correct? Update, finally told him. As some of you have been messaging me for an update, I have decided to make this post. I told him everything on Tuesday evening, answered all of his questions, apologized for all of my poor decisions, and told him that I lied to him because I loved him and didn't want to lose him. He told me that he suspected something because I was being too nice to him. He went to our bedroom, and from what I could hear, he was playing COD all night on his laptop, whereas I was just laying on the couch. He came out of our bedroom in the morning and made himself some tea. He then told me that he wants a divorce. He will move out and start the divorce process after this coronavirus crisis is over. I asked for a second chance and to try reconciliation. I'll use this second chance to make it up to him every day of my life. He said that he can forgive but not forget, and for him it is like out of sight, out of mind. He would never be able to say that I am the best wife in the future. He thanked me for being honest and said that he still loves me, but it'll fade away with time. At this time I was barely holding back my tears. Now everything is normal except us getting intimate. We still sleep in the same bed, cook together, and watch TV together. I'm crying every day while taking a shower. I sleep for barely 3 hours in the night, whereas he sleeps like a baby. How can he be so immune to us breaking up? I still hope that one day he wakes up and gives me a second chance. Last update, he is giving me a second chance. Yeah, he is giving me a second chance. On Sunday, he sat me down for a talk which I thought will be about divorce. First, he told me that he has heard me crying in shower and that he is sad about it. Then he started talking about trust, like how he first thought that trust is like a china plate and it won't be the same after the plate being broken. But upon further thinking, he realized that trust between people is more like a living organism which can heal itself after being injured. Then came the magical words, I want us to stay together. But there are still some doubts in his mind and a couple of conditions. He asked if I would continue the affair if the AP lived close to us and not in another state. I answered honestly, which is I don't think so, because for those 2 days I was in a different state of mind, but as it is a hypothetical I can't say anything for sure. He thanked me for my honesty. But I want to ask other waywards how to deal with such kind of questions, as I think he still thinks that my affair would have lasted longer given the opportunity. The first condition is that he wants me to sign a post-nuptial agreement. Nothing outrageous, just that his assets will remain his and my assets will remain mine if the marriage dissolves. He said that he still loves me, but it is difficult for him to trust me and so doesn't feel secured. He also said that he will tear it up the day he feels secure. The second condition is that I have to find out the reasons for my infidelity and fix it. I told him that I am already seeking therapy for it. After this, we held each other, kissed and ultimately had passionate sex. We are having time like bunnies these past few days, like 5-6 times a day. We can't keep our hands off each other. We are also talking about our relationship, time fantasies and other stuff, usually between time sessions. He told me that he missed the smell of my sweat after time. We are roaming in our apartment in underwear except when I have a video conference, having showered together, watched a couple of Bollywood movies while spooning and sleeping naked while cuddling each other. I offered to quit my job and search for a new job, and that he can track my location. He can also access my phone or laptop anytime he wants. But he said that he doesn't want to police constantly me and take away my freedom. But if his gut senses something wrong, then he will surely check it. He also doesn't want me to use words such as reconciliation, as it would mean that our relationship was broken before. A few days ago we were watching The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, where he was talking about spike in divorce rates in New York due to the COVID-19 stay-at-home order. He suddenly looked at me and I stretched to hug him as I thought it to be a trigger for him, but he bursted up laughing, saying that the divorce lawyers lost a client due to COVID-19. Bye for now and stay home. Stay safe. He is sleeping beside me right now and I have to take care of his hardwood. Wish me luck.